Give it time.
Now go to images.
What's your phone number?
Check it and look at it.
Hold on.
Education card.
I got more important things to do right now. Give me a second, please. Give me a second, please.
Okay.
It's on.
So as a story, tell Sandy I within, because I know what you want to talk about, but I'm in the middle of the class, and I'll talk.
That I knew it by what?
Right, I call it. Right. Because this is, I'm on this class, if you want, there's a must. Alright, and I'm going to tell you all those persons who have a complaint I've been hearing about. When I ask persons to go over there, if persons have initiative and you want to see that the class is too much people behind there, I would want to believe them to do critical thinking. Take the class, take the chart, the part in the middle of the room where everyone can participate. So it's a really dumb excuse.
But you are very rude with the way you did it.
What do you mean?
You are. The way you did it, how you say it is very rude. You see, I never opened my mouth with you, but what you say, how you say it is very rude, Mr. West.
What did I say?
Well, I just got here, so I didn't know what happened. So I see the people, the girl over there, whatever they were doing. So if I don't know what happened, me and Natalie and Nita just got here. But by the way you just did it, whoever the girl was over there, come over there. The rest of them, or is it like y'all don't want to learn and you just close the curtain? That's some fucking
You
bullshit.
take it as an individual.
That's very rude.
Let me tell you why.
Mr. West, that's very rude. That's some fucking rude shit you just did.
Don't curse in the classroom.
Mr. West,
Alright?
I'm never mad, but when I'm mad, I'm mad.
No.
My mouth will have no fucking
What I have to
filter.
say in this room right now, okay? You guys come late. I spoke to the persons who are here. If you want to take up for what they will do, that's your problem.
I'm not taking back. It doesn't matter. You said the people that were sitting down. You said the people that were sitting down. And then you closed that. That was it. No, I'm sorry. That's my voice when I'm mad. No, you are very rude. As a fucking teacher, you're very rude.
Don't curse in my classroom. That's one. Two, let me tell you guys something again. I said for persons to go way down to the back. Did I say that? Did I tell you guys to go down to the back? When I came into the classroom, did I say people who want to learn go to the back? Did I say that?
That's not what you said.
Hey, you weren't here.
That's not what you said.
You said those that are not familiar with the card, you can go to the back.
Go to the classroom.
I'm familiar with the card, so I just
So that's what I said. If you're not familiar, you go down to the back. If you're not familiar, you go down to the back. But if you're familiar, you sit.
Okay,
That's what it is.
But when you came back, you said the people that was in the back, go back. That's exactly what you said. The one that wants to learn. So what you trying to say? The us that's sitting down, so we don't want to learn?
Here a minute. Are you stay with me? I said the people who were sitting down there and who when I give them instruction to go to the back, for them to stay down there and the persons who were up there to stay.
And then you say, that's so good. That was what you learned. Stop it.
Finish that.
Let me talk. What you holding my hand
So what
for?
you gonna do in my class? When you talk, you keep your voice down and you don't
That's
talk.
my voice. No, that is my voice. I can't help it. That's my voice. I have a loud
Two
voice.
things you're gonna do. Do not shout and do not push.
Mr. White, this is my voice. I don't have a small voice. This is my voice. I'm sorry. But what you just did, as a teacher, very rude.
I'm sorry you see it that way, but what I can say again, I'm going to say it. When I walk into this room, and this class started, I said persons who want to what? What instructions I tell you, they weren't here. What did I tell persons? Who were not familiar with the class, and all the persons who were not familiar, or who did not want to learn, just sat down. So let me tell you, what did I just say? Initiative is, if you have a card there,
Bring the card over. You could have initiated too. You could have bring the card right there for all of us to participate.
That's called common sense.
Instead of putting the card and say that we were sitting, we didn't want to learn.
yes. I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it. One of the things is that you take initiative. If there's a card in the room, and I've been talking about initiative in the classroom, and if the card is down there, like say if you are not familiar with the card, go over there.
All right, Mr. West,
Right.
we have the point. We on the time to, I'm sorry, we on the time to that COVID still exists.
What's that what?
COVID. So all of us being back there on top of each other looking at what?
Look, who watched nice in my class? Who watched nice in my class? Know what I'm saying?
So that's nonsense.
When I told you guys what you did, are familiar with, you come and sit down. I mean, come and be familiar with the class. Persons who are ready, want to become familiar.
Which was the fact that you said you were sitting with
This
us
is
and
not
I
the
learned.
point. The point is you pull the curtain. It gets me like
Yes.
No.
Yes, I pulled the card.
No.
Do you know why I pulled the card?
Because you said you didn't want to learn because we were sitting.
To keep us out, to keep us
When
out.
I come over here and I wanted to what I said.
Keep us out.
I am going with the persons who took the time to go over there to learn. And I'm not going to say anything.
We want to let the ones coming out and we say, oh, who was coming out and that was sitting was
And I want you guys
Don't say that we don't want to learn.
to go
How come we
back.
don't want to learn and we sitting here?
What do you mean don't want to learn?
You said that.
Guess what? I said for those who don't want to learn, right? Because I asked you to go
Okay,
and
we don't want to learn. Why we doing this?
Mr. West, the point he's trying to make is that it's unfair to the rest of us because we too would like to learn too. Whether we know a little bit about it or we know a lot about it or we choose not to go there, we would still like to be quiet and learn too. But for you to take the initiative to cut us out because we wasn't there,
Exactly.
they're saying they don't feel that about that. That's how they felt. That's how they felt.
I'm going to address two things, and I want you guys to listen to what I'm saying again. I said when you came in, before other persons came in, I said no. If you are not familiar with the card, please go to the card. Only a few persons get up and went to the card. Then you guys who came afterwards.
So it said that.
Then when you guys came afterwards and I said, if you guys are not,
Yes, we were going, but you stopped us.
We understand that.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
That part that's
We were gonna go, you stopped us and you got your
there was a lot of them in the back, and then some of them was coming out, and then who was sitting down was gonna go in the back.
And he said,
That's when he walked, and then he said, "Oh, person that was in the back, stay in the back." And the one that was sitting, they wanna learn. And he called the curtain. That's very rude.
I did that and I'm not gonna say I did not. I said I'm gonna say it again. All the time I've been teaching this class is taking initiative. And if you have the car to the back, and you have a group of persons going there, and you think this is too congested, what would you do? You put it like that and you what? Hold the car over here. That's all. What persons do, they don't want to be touched, they don't want things to be moved. Then you must go pull the cart over. You gotta come and bring the cart over there and they sit back. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Because I think I told you guys, you must take initiative.
We were wrong. We sorry.
I don't want you to say
We were wrong. We were wrong. We were wrong for sitting in the
nobody. You just don't understand.
Well, I am.
Well, I don't want you to say, I don't want you to say sorry. There's never been no sorry. But this is going to be what is for me is a learning experience. And whereby you guys should know that you have to take initiative. And one of the things that you take as initiative, if the cart is behind there, and you have more than 4 or 5 persons who's behind there, what would you think you would do? What do you think you should do? When you leave the car there, you have others in the car in the classroom. You just gotta from here to down here is going to take you 3 seconds.
We could not, we should have.
It's going to take you 3 seconds to move the car from there to bring it over here. And then when persons come in late, they come at the end of what's happening in the classroom, and they decide to take up this firebrand to say, you know what? We come in and we can participate. You come late. You didn't know what started the whole scenario in the classroom. And understand that. And this is going to, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to, but we have to set the standards and things. If you're coming late, you want to understand what happened in the front before we decide to take up and decide what people want to do.
I got my things to do.
You have to understand? Okay.
I have to cut you off. What happened here? Because I just want to come down here.
Okay, let me tell you what's happening because I want to continue the class. One of the things is that when the students were sitting down there, like the students will tell you, students, I said, to those who are not what did I say? Not familiar with the card? Go to the card. Most of the persons just sit down, right? So assume that they're familiar with the
So
card.
everybody's coming over.
I assume they're familiar with the card. So now when I'm going over there to bring those students, I said, okay, I'm going over now to people who said they're not familiar. Okay, for those who seem not to be interested in finding out what the card is about, I'm going to go over there and after so that you know when you start them, I put the curtain and I just talk to the people. Persons who came late, such as Ms. Farrell and some others from Jersey, they didn't know what went on, what I told this group who was sitting here. And so because I said, you guys stay here, keep on sitting if you don't really want to learn, I bring the person through here. So the person got angry and they express themselves. Some person that's so far to say, I'm a rude person and I just don't know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
Okay? Saying this, I just don't understand, I don't know how to talk to people. So you tell me, what did I did that would be considered to be wrong? You guys tell me, because I could take a little piece of this and a little piece of that and put it together.
Okay, guys, from what Mr. West is saying, I wasn't here, okay, so I don't know what's transparent. However, from what he's saying, I don't see any wrong in his talk. But I wasn't here, so I don't know, it's always two sides to a story. So me, as an adult, if I have a problem with Mr. West, I'm gonna voice it, you either come to me, Mr. Stanley, or Mr. Bowles. You don't address it to him in the classroom, because when you do that, you're taking away from your classmate. So all this argument that's going on back and forth, and I had to sneak my spot to come down here, is nonsense. Because they could have easily been managed by, okay, whatever, maybe he said it, however he said it, you wasn't happy with it, it's fine, we understand that. But the best thing for whoever it was to do was to be like, you know what, let me just fall back. I would go to Ms. Folio, Mr. Bowles, or Mr. Stan. But disturbing the class to the point where a whole argument back and forth, that is not professional. When you are a nurse, you're working, things like that, you will be sent home. You will be suspended or written up. You need to be professional at all times. I don't care what your supervisor say, how upset you are at your supervisor, but when the residents are around, you need to be professional. Afterwards, you could go to your upper head and, voice your dismay, whatever. But in the moment, when the residents is around, you should show the same respect to your classmates. Because if there's 20, 25 minutes, that's taken away from the people who wants to learn. So I don't even understand why I'm here. honestly.
And I would like the
Because which
person,
I understand, if you are late, you don't know because you wasn't here, so you don't know. So I understand that part, because if I wasn't here, I don't know. Then I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna assume, okay, everybody's in the back, I'm gonna go in the back, right or wrong? So when he said, okay, that's not for the people who are late, the people who are late, please wait for me, you guys should have.
no.
That's not
What I said, when the people who came in late, right? I had no, at the same time they were coming in, I would go to the persons who are the back. On my way to the back, I said, for those persons who are the back, stay the back. And for the persons who were sitting, I said, and my exact words is a party you're not interested in knowing because a party you know it already. Those were my words because it asked
I'm sorry, no?
Mr. West, it's not the first time you're doing what you just did. Okay, it's not the first time. You don't know how to talk to us. You talk to us, we are kids. We are not kids. And we know best for us. We know what best for us. When you say we don't want to learn, why are we sitting here for if we don't want to learn?
I'm going to change the word and say, let me say for this way, and guys stay with me. I said, as I was going down, walking towards the group who were over there, who was there initially, I said, when you guys are the back there, I'm coming and we're going to be doing the card because you said you're not familiar with it. And for those persons who did not get up, you didn't have no interest.
The first group, finished, we were about to go. You say no. Yes.
The first group
This area is very small. All of us can go there. So we were waiting on the first group to finish, and then by the time we were going to go, you say, no, sit down because you guys don't want to learn, and then you just pull the curtain.
I said you guys have no interest in what we
No, you said you don't want to learn. That's what you said.
All right. Interest, learn is the same thing.
No, it's not.
All right, but I think I said interest, but if you said no, I'm not going to refute that. But what I said is that as I go over there, because I gave instructions to people earlier, I said if you don't understand or you don't know how to use a card, let me know. If you're not familiar, I'm going to go over there. I did.
Say about that.
I understand. You guys are an adult and you guys need to be treated like an adult. Nobody needs to be treated as their kids because we all here grown, married, kids.
And this is one thing I want to know. People keep using this word. What is it that you mean by being kids? When you give instructions, what do you mean by being treated as kids?
There is a way.
No, just tell me. I'm going to
But you, I don't know. You see, I never open my mouth. I never say anything to you. Okay? I never say anything.
Right,
Just
but again, what is it that you think I'm
taking notes. I never say anything, but today, no.
What is it that you feel that I'm able to make you guys feel like you're kids?
This is basically what happened. All right. Everybody came late to this class, including the teacher. Okay. Everybody came late to this class.
I didn't come late.
Okay, you didn't. You never come late. But anyway, the fact is, for those that was in the class at that particular time, he said, your words were, go there to work on the cart. If you're not familiar, allow me to finish, sir. Allow me to. This is the answer we're talking about. Allow me to finish, sir. Please, thank you. Okay, so you said you should go to the back there. If you're not familiar with the cart, go to the back there and work on the cart. All right. So those that are not familiar went to the back and work on the cart. They were following your instructions. All right. So then he turned around now and said, nobody took initiative and brought it over here. Well, your instructions were go to the back and work on it. According to them, they was gonna have a second set to go there because it was crowded back there.
So in other words,
She said it. She said it.
No. Afterwards.
They probably coordinated together to make that decision.
So obviously, you guys misunderstood. He misexplained himself that you guys thought it was gonna be group by group. Correct?
No.
Okay, that's what he just said.
No.
Because the bag is so small.
So that's why he said that he thought it was gonna be.
This young lady came. This young lady came. Who else came? This young lady came. Who else came in the group?
He was there.
Who was it this kid? He came into the group, right? And these are people who were not, said they're not familiar. So I went down to the back. But my thing, what I'm hearing is people say that I don't talk to them as if they are adults.
So,
this is what bothers me now. Not
While we
yours.
were saying, okay,
May I say something?
after they finished, we were about to go. Why you stopped us from going? Tell me why. You said why you gonna
Just
Because when we done that
Wait,
before,
emotions, the.
when we went there before like that, we going by group usually. But when we was about to sit down, we went together and then we checked the card by ourselves. And while we coming back to sit in the chair, Mr. West said, whoever was in the back, stay in the back. I'm coming, come. Because he usually go with us personally to teach us what we're supposed to do behind the curtain. He pulled the curtain before with the first group, and the second group was like that before.
Give me a minute, Nadej. Go ahead, do on speaker.
Guys, do me a favor, please. If you would just, I know you guys are there on Mondays and Tuesdays. Can we'll have a meeting when I get there next week, Monday. Can we just let class go on? I know the tension is pretty high now. Can we let the class go on? And next week, Monday or Tuesday, I'll make it my business to stay there late to speak both to you guys and Mr. West. Can we just let the tension die out so Mr. West can go on with the class and more discussion about today's event and next week, preferably Tuesday. Everybody please get there on time because I will not take time away from the class so we can hash it out. But now I would like for the class to go because it's a lot to learn. Let's let it out today and I'll be there and I'll talk to you guys. Just do your absolute best to be on time please so that the class can go on. For those of you who missed out because you were late so Mr. Woods can have a chance to at least catch up with whatever you guys missed out on. I will talk to you guys next week Tuesday because Ms. Rubin has to go back to the work. Woods has to go back and Mr. Woods has to continue teaching the class. Next week Tuesday, everybody will get their turn to speak. It will be me, Mr. West, and you guys in the classroom, so we can talk about the differences, please.
Agree?
Agreed.
I don't think I can do this class anymore. I think I will. And I'll talk to Stanley and give me one from there.
Okay. Alright guys, let's finish the night out and
All right, thank you.
try your best to focus.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, I don't think this is a good class for me. And I'm sure you guys will get someone who'll be more interested in what you guys want to do. One of the things that my concern is that people say, I talk to them like children. I don't know what you guys meant. And that is a huge problem. Because nobody wants to talk to like children. One of the things that is very important for me is that I give directives. You pay the money to be here and you expect certainly to be talked to. Unfortunately, I know I can't do that. And I do not rationalize. I tell you guys what is going to happen and that's it. If you assume or whatever you assume, that's what it is. But I do everything in sequential, systematic manipulation. I told you guys what I had to do this afternoon, and persons would not take the initiative. Again, let me utilize that word. Initiative is something that the legislators, you must know how to take initiative. There's no two ways about it. And wherever you go to work, you'll be given directives. You're not going to be asked what you feel should be done because it goes according to policy. And my language is based on giving directives. Some of you might have been working in different places, some of you might have lost your jobs because of whatever. I am not going to be involved in situations where persons feel that my tone of voice, when I give instructions, is not what you want to hear. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Right? So, when I'm giving instructions, I usually give directives. Go to the back, for those who want to learn. Those who want to learn, have a seat. That's all right. I have no problem with it. But when I'm going to those persons that I ask to go to the back, then those persons can get my full attention. They'll get my full attention. Because I believe in, when I'm teaching, it's hands-on, you must see and be there. And don't assume what it should be. And I can't do that. Alright? Now let's go back to what we're supposed to be doing today.
Yeah.
I asked you guys to pull up what?
Medication card.
The
Medication card.
medication card. Because what you're looking at the back there, that's not a medication card. And we went through that before. You indicate that this is what? A utility card. So the medication, I hope you have an image. Pull up an image in front of you. And because it's not a medication card, you have certain things that are missing from it. And for those CNAs in the class who have not really been through a medication card, because that's not your responsibility, that will come under your job description. So, you need to know some more than the LPN, because the LPNs might have been in, that depends on where they work, to see what a medication card looks like. For those who work in the hospital and those who work in nursing homes, will know what a medication looks like to the LPN. If you work in a doctor's office, not really. So I will want to believe that the CNAs will be the ones who will take that opportunity of learning, because we went through the theoretical part of the medication card and medication administration. Okay? So now, at this time, I assume that for the CNAs who are here, they understand, and the LPNs who are sitting down, they know. They don't have to get the necessary knowledge, because they know. And one of the things that, because we have LPNs in the class and we have CNAs, the assumption is that the LPNs would have gone up there and might have assured and assisted the CNAs based on what was discussed in the class. And that's what we talk about group. And I keep telling you guys about group is what? 15% of any grade. The person has a different idea of what is, and they have their own personal idea of what it is like. I cannot change that. But there's a program, you go by a program. And I just wish you guys luck. That's all I can do. Just wish you guys lots of luck, and hopefully you will make it wherever you go. That's all. Okay. Now we got this image up here. Now you guys have put up an image of their medication cards. Now if you go to the image of hatloft.com, you see hatloft.com? Medication card, sorry, just turn it right there. This one here, You see this one here? And this one here. If you notice, there are very much two different medication cards. On the front view, what you notice that this medication card have what? Draws.
Draws to the right.
On this side here, have no draws to the right of it. You just have the pull-out draws that you see on there. Utility. But what you will notice is that this card, when it's open out, you have something similar to that one down there. Right? But this here cannot hold a lot of blister packs. And for those persons who've worked in nursing homes, you know this is not in those facilities.
No.
Right? Nowhere this is in those facilities. Okay? This one here, more likely you're going to find this in the acute and subacute settings.
Yes.
This is not going to be found inside nursing homes. This one here, more like this. That's the one you're going to find in the facilities. And one of the things though, what's different, let me try to. You see the drawers on this one here?
No.
Right? Alright, look the drawers over here. You see these three drawers? This is one more than like. And with one flat at the top, and then you have those three drawers at the bottom of that,
Yes.
which is large. And in that you're going to have the ability to put what?
More blisters.
The blister packs. There's where you'll find all the blister packs. You'll find even large bottles. And from this wall at the top here, that's where you're going to find what?
The over-the-counter. Stock medication.
Stock medications. You're not going to find the stock medications usually in these drawers here. These drawers are going to have your patient's blister packs. Down here is where you're going to find what? The narcotics.
Narcotics,
And also you're going to have what? Extra medications. Going with the medications that you may have 3 packets of patient. You only need to use one pack. So the rest of the packets will be placed where? Down here.
Yeah.
Guys understand this?
Yeah.
The card. Now the card have also, you see this pull out?
Yes.
This is a surface. That card over there has one also. But this is your surface, the top of the card. That's a working surface. You should not put one on top of the working surface.
Medication.
No. But you should not put on those working surface.
Paper that's open forward to expose patient's information.
On this part thing, you should not, this person said you should not put papers.
Yes.
Exposing the patient's
Because
information.
this surface is where you prepare your what?
Medication.
So you don't need to put nothing on this surface that is not related to the medication pass. And sometimes you get things such as what? When you have a doctor's log or a consult report, then you have other things that may be utilized. That you go down the bottom, you pull up a what? A bottle of osmolite. Because you kept the osmolite down there too when you're going to get for what? The feedings? Alright? Like it down here. You want to take that out and put it on the top of your car. Because the top of your car is supposed to be what? A clean surface. And if you're doing infection control, you don't want to take something from the bottom there and just rest it and keep it on top there. Because what is possible can be going on. If you have osmolite and you open it out to take out X amount,
The spill.
do you think that there's going to be a situation where that osmolite can be on the outside of the bottle?
Yeah.
And the osmolite being outside that bottle. Remember things that you see, microorganisms, they're using the word micro, is that you cannot see it with your what? Light. So when you have that osmolite and you put it on top there, now there's a tendency for what's inside that osmolite container to be on the outside the bottle. And you open it in the car. And that will become a what? A source for
Bacteria.
right? It becomes a source for infection. Let's see. In the sprinkle down here, gives you a good idea of what,
Yeah.
this is more like a tear. Look at the pink one down there.
Yeah.
This is more like the one that you're going to see.
It's
You see
expensive.
how large the drawer is down there?
Yeah.
Right? And then you have the one up here. Okay? These two. These are the ones you best like to use for. Okay? Now, take out the medication card, and on medication card you put what? Treatment card.
Somebody smoking upstairs.
Now look at the difference. Would you say that this is a treatment card?
No. No.
Do you say that can be a treatment card?
No.
Right. But come on under what? Treatment cards, right? So what are we going to do? Let's try putting what? Images? Click on images?
Yeah.
No, we're the same images. And what do you get? What's up here? These are not treatment cards.
The
This
last
more likely can be utilized as both a medication card and a treatment card.
that looks like a treatment card.
See this here?
That's a treatment card.
It has space, you notice a depth, right? That's what I want to focus on, is a depth.
Yes.
So that you can put large objects into the drawers.
Okay.
That's what's important. Put the large objects into the drawers. Now with the treatment card, you don't usually have a lot of drawers. Most you have maybe like 2 drawers, and the top flat drawer that you can put what, cakes and what have you. But the other 2 drawers are where you're going to put your treatment.
Supplies.
Now based on the treatments that you're using, based on the treatment that you're using, will depend upon the quantity or placement of it. Some topical medications you don't keep in the cart because you may not have space, and you may keep it in there medication room. But once you open something, whatever you open, it should be kept on what? The cart. You don't open medication and then put it into the treatment room. You guys with me?
Yes.
You do not take anything that's considered to be topical, open up the tubes, and then place it back into the treatment room. It should remain on the treatment cart at all times. Why? You're looking at infection control again. This is unlike situations you might have come across whereby you find that people have been losing their dentures. And because they've been losing their dentures, they will tell the CNAs to do what with the dentures? The evening CNAs. What do you tell the evening CNAs to do with the person's dentures? Remove them, put them in the containers, and put in the solution, and take it to the nurse's station.
Put it in the station.
They don't go on the cart. But the nurses are responsible for ensuring that that don't get lost. So you don't put that on top of the cart. You gotta find a safe place, and most nurses just put it in a cupboard and maintain it there. Don't ever let those things get into your cart. be it treatment, be it medication. Okay? And just by the way, is that we find that when patients lose their dentures, why is it become such a big problem?
Because they
It's expensive. It's expensive or
To
whatever.
replace.
They can't eat. They can't eat.
They can't chew
They can't.
without it.
They can't chew. It's expensive.
You can get it could be a lawsuit maybe. Can you get some?
Facilities, they make you sign for it.
No.
It is not just a matter of, and it's good that you say you can't chew, and can result in the patient have to move from what?
Solids to
From a
liquid.
chemically altered diet. But that's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking more as a registered nurse. You now, as a registered nurse, will be thinking of what? Cost effectiveness. And what do you mean by cost effectiveness?
How much
Most
they-
patients who are in nursing homes are covered by Medicaid. And if they're covered by Medicaid, it means that it's not going to be replaced.
Yes.
They have a specific time. So what will end up happening? The facility will have to pay for it. That's one of the reasons why the facility is ensuring that you, nurses, get those dentures by the nurses station or under the security of the nurses. Don't put it on your medication card. At no time. When you look at the different cards in the hospitals, they're called what? You guys have been in the hospitals.
Sure.
Some of these here, we call them cows.
Cows.
Charts and wheels. Okay? Now what do you notice on this one here?
Can't really see it.
What's with that one here?
The third one, the second
This
one.
one here that is where the cursor, once the cursor goes in it, it becomes highlighted. So when you look at this, what is it that you note right away?
It's small.
It's small.
It has like a stand on the top of it.
You got only 2 jaws and
It's got only
about
2
3
jaws.
jaws. The small and 2 big one.
You could safely say that this one here you're looking at is what you find in facilities. Where the shower containers is at, where the garbage is at, and the sides of the drawers. You can safely, that's where you're going to find it. And this for the what? For the computer. Alright? More likely you're not going to see this push for pushing the cart. Not going to find that. Well, I have not seen that. I've never seen a cart with that. It is something that is, that can be utilized, and I think it should, for you who might have problems moving a cart, because sometimes a cart have problems with what?
Wheels.
Wheels.
And you find that it goes in its own directions. And when it starts going its own directions, it is a
Different
problem.
cards.
Right, it is a problem. And at that time, what do you think you need to do? And it's you who will be responsible for that.
Order new.
Write an order for the custodian, right?
Maintenance.
Maintenance, yeah. Maintenance order to come in
So fix it.
work on it. They have like a little slip, right? Who is they though?
it's like a
Who is
book.
they? Facility protocol, right?
Yes.
So depending on facility, how they're gonna go about it.
Whatever's wrong.
Yeah.
Whatever's wrong, and then you put it in a book. Then they look at it.
I work in so many different facilities. Some of them
What
we
you
just
work
call.
with- medication cards, they usually are provided by the pharmacy. And because they are provided by the pharmacy, you will contact the pharmacy to let them know
Your
you have
replacements.
issues with the card. The only time that you will ask maintenance is if maintenance, and I will say this maintenance, if the facility bought the cards. But I can tell you that most facilities don't buy cards. It comes from the pharmacy. And you as registered nurses need to understand that when you have problems with a card, you call their pharmacy and they will provide the cards.
That's a
Don't
standard.
go calling
It's a standard card.
maintenance department to fix no card. Very important. A lot of stuff that you get in the pharmacies are not what? A lot of stuff you get from the pharmacies, including from the patients, have different forms of coverage. When you hear about Part D payments, when you hear the patients who have the Part D, they could take their medications when they're what? Discharged from the facility. Other patients don't get those medications. Okay? Because those medications are now returned to the what? Pharmacy, so they can get what? Refunded. But when patients are Part D, they can take their medications with them home, including the controlled substances in which you have to have signed off for. Alright? But it's not going to be given to family members because remember this is for the patient and it's a controlled substance. And you just can't give them to go home with it because you don't know if they're going to be giving it to their patient. Right? It's going to be diversion.
You all right?
Any questions until now? Again, please do remember what is your responsibility to equipment as a registered nurse and what you need to know with those equipment.
For that argument, I'll be tired.
Now, you see this car down here that's in red? Two cars in red?
Thank you.
And my car down here. Why do you think they want to have a car in red?
Infection control.
So why, why you want to say infection control?
Blood, something about blood. Shops.
Why you want to say something about blood and
I know the shops is about containers in red. So it's corresponding with that.
Notice that some over there mark surgical or what have you cards, right? When in the facility, and for those who have worked or are working as CNAs and LPNs, in the facility, when you see something as red, what did you notice?
Shops. Oh. Hazard.
Hazard. Do you still use hazard bags?
Yes.
They do.
What do you use it for?
Shops. Blood.
People that have like the shiny.
Contamination. É que não tem contaminated.
If patients who have diarrhea,
Yes.
would you put them in the red bag?
No.
Would you double bag it?
Yeah, you double bag it.
Right.
Just in case it's open.
Yes, in case it's an infection.
These days you do not double bag. You just put it in the one bag. Because what they say when a patient goes to, patient clothing goes to their laundry, the heat. But washing will kill the what?
The infection.
Bacteria.
So therefore, the situation that you want to be sure about, and I'm still using the word sure about, is that you don't want to make yourself be contaminated when you're putting those dirty linen into those bags. When those bags leave the facility, they go wherever they have to go to, and the heat that they use should kill everything. And what is the temperature for boiling water?
100.
120.
We talk about that.
120.
110.
What's the temperature for boiling water? What's the temperature for when something freezes?
Freezing. 32 something. I have
You guys hear it all the time.
100
Hell, the heat is 100.
100
degrees Celsius.
Celsius. 212 degrees Fahrenheit. 32 degrees Fahrenheit for cold. We don't use Celsius.
No.
We use what? Fahrenheit. So we're talking about 212 degrees of boiling water. So if you boil something, it's supposed to be what? Kill the microorganisms.
That's right.
How do they, or how do you think, and based on the knowledge of the microbiology that we did, how do they, and when we talk about sanitizing, I'm talking about sterilizing. Remember that? So when you are sanitizing something, you use what? Liquid stuff, detergent, what have you, right? Is there any other way that you can sterilize something?
Alcohol. Any other way?
You just have a boiling, right?
Boiling, yeah.
Is there any other way?
Freezing?
And
Freezing.
this is specific to medical equipment.
Freezing.
No.
No?
No.
We mentioned alcohol already.
The word that you use is an air word. It's called autoclave. And autoclave is the use of hot air. Look at autoclave, please.
Autoclave.
Because that's what they use for most of your
Could you try again?
equipment, medical stuff.
I didn't get that. Could you As a noun, it means a strong heated container used for chemical reactions and other processes using high
autoclave.
pressures and temperatures.
It's a strong heated container used for chemical reactions and other processes using high pressure and temperature. A steam sterilizer.
Okay?
Here's what I found.
So you could use hot water because what? To kill the germs on your clothes. But then you use autoclave to kill the germs in all equipment. But do you think at all times the hot water is going to kill everything?
No,
Why not?
because some of those germs are strong. They can be strong. A resistance.
What do you mean? Why are you saying that?
Because I know that at a certain degree, it's gonna kill 99.9% of the germs.
You're talking about the thing that you rub your hands with.
Okay,
Alcohol, right?
I think that's what I'm referring to. But the autoclave, I'm not familiar with that one.
There are microorganisms that you know about. That is what? There are spore forming. And remember, spore forming microorganisms are the ones that come in your Clostridium group. So if you apply heat or you apply hot water, which is heated, it got to be at a specific temperature for a specific time. Think about when you use your hand sanitizers. What about when you use your hand sanitizers?
it kills 99.9% of the germs.
Yeah, but what else? You have to know about those hand sanitizers. No. What else do you know about your hand sanitizers? Not about
It's more
putting
It
your-
makes your hand very ashy.
ashy and more, I don't know, it's more thicker.
Hand sanitizers has on it the time it takes to kill microorganisms. The ones that you have in the hospitals and the healthcare environment, they specifically tell you it's what? A minute, 2 minutes. For surfaces, it has bigger rate. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Look at the hand sanitizers in the healthcare environment and the surface sanitizers. Surface cleansing, because they can involve the same kind of containers. But you never utilize surface for the hands. And persons do this. They take the surface cleaners and apply it to their hands. So what do you think is going to be happening?
Dry your skin. Make your skin ashy.
It's gonna peel away at the surface, the epidermis of your skin. That happened to me before, by the way.
It's going to cause damage to your skin. You do not use the surface. But why do you want to know more about those surface cleaners? Why do you think you need to know more about those surface cleaners? Because you got to use that to clean your cards. You got to clean your
That's right.
treatment card. You got to clean your medication card. You don't just take alcohol and wipe it down just like that. That's not enough. So you got to get those approved, FDA approved surface cleaners. So on those surface cleaners, and during the COVID-19, they specifically had certain surface cleaners that were being used. Long facilities, in which your staff educating will tell you what you can be using to clean surfaces. Isn't that so?
Yes.
But you need to know how long it takes after you wipe down the surface for that surface to walk.
Boiling water.
To become clean. Free of what?
Bacteria,
Pathogenic
microorganism.
Are you going to take away all? No. But remember,
Take away most.
before a person can become infected, what has to happen?
There have to be a port of entry.
You have a port of entry. You have the 6, what have you. So let's be focused now. What needs to happen after that microorganism?
You have to have a weak immune system.
That is along the same direction, a weak immune system. But
Poor management.
microorganisms have to enter the body in sufficient what? Numbers, or has ability to replicate. If they don't go in sufficient numbers, they have to replicate. And when they're replicating, what do you call that?
What is it, cocoon? Cocoon? No. So period.
It's called incubation period.
Incubation. I said cocoon. Incubation period. That's right.
And then during that incubation period, where you have it now become what? Capable of making you sick. A lot of times people have microorganisms in their body, but they're not sick. Why they're not sick?
They have a strong immune system.
No, because the microorganism is now what? Replicating. It went in as 4 or 5. Now to make you sick, it got to become 1,000. So it got to be what?
Replicating.
Every day or every couple of hours, it cuts in half, and each one keeps cutting in half and cutting in half, and that's how it's replicating. And that's the incubation period. So now the patient will start feeling what? Start feeling sick.
Tired, sick.
That's where you start talking about the signs and symptoms of the disease. And that's where you're now going to be saying, for the signs and symptoms of that disease, is specific to a certain type of microorganism. That's why you gotta know what underlying cause. What caused the infection? So you will now know what is the signs and symptoms that's associated with it. You guys hear me?
Yes,
Do you think you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
All right, good. So, on this treatment cart, they have what we call communal things. And what is communal? What do you think is communal?
Communal. Communal.
It's where everybody things are the same. Everybody get together. Like communal dining. When a group of people what? Get together and dine.
In the cart, on the cart.
Right? But we have communal what? Equipment. And what's equipment you consider to be communal?
Like the forks, the spoons. Forks, the spoons.
Blood pressure machine. Because they use that for take blood pressure of everybody. But what you're going to be specific concerned because the blood pressure machine is not really usually be on a car. Most you're going to have is what?
The ear.
A stethoscope inside the car. But they do not usually have a blood, because the blood pressure machine comes together with all this equipment, and they call it what? The Welch Allen monitoring system, or vital sign system. And you push in the wheels. But on your treatment card, you'll find things such as your what? Glucometer.
Yes.
And the glucometer, you do what?
Check the glucose, the blood glucose.
Check the blood sugar. You do what? Finger stick. And what you looking for? What do you call that in the medical sense?
Blood sugar reading.
Glucose level.
Blood sugar level.
Glucose level.
The treatment.
No, it's not treatment.
Blood glucose level.
So the glucose level, I want usually have what? Finger stick, glucose level. Because you're looking for the glucose, right?
Yeah.
Because carbohydrates don't give you energy just like that.
No.
It got to be converted into
Glycogenesis.
glucose, right?
Glucose.
And your insulin that's in your pancreas now has to do what?
Turn that to energy.
No.
What is
Take the glucose from the sugar.
It kind of controls the amount, because remember, when you convert the carbohydrates, when you eat the food, into glucose, it is stored as glycogen. And then when you need it, it got to come back into glucose.
Okay.
And you know how the insulin and the action of insulin
To turn
is
it back.
to control that amount of insulin as you need it. As you need it. So when you're having problems with now that insulin, the insulin production, not so much the insulin absorption, but the insulin production, it means now that you may eat a meal that is high in what? Carbohydrates. Now you got a lot of sugar, right?
Yeah.
When you got a lot of sugar in the blood, the glucose is not coming the way it should. And because the glucose is not coming the way it should, what happens? The blood glucose goes up. And when the blood glucose goes up, that's where you start talking about all those things you were talking about yesterday. You talk about, you get PAD and PVD, peripheral artery disease and peripheral vascular disease. And things kind of go to your periphery. That's where the connection comes in. That's where you must make that connection between what you eat and what your system is doing. Now the concern the treatment card. And that's the same glucometer. That glucometer gotta be do what? What you have to do with that glucometer?
Wipe
When it's
it.
communal,
Wipe it. After each.
wipe it.
After
I
each.
want you to tell me wipe it. I want to use better terms than that.
Sanitize.
Sanitizer. Other sanitizer is what?
With alcohol.
Clorox. The Clorox wipes.
So we go back, remember we just was speaking about those wipes? And those wipes have a number in it? And it will tell you either 2 minutes,
Oh, 3 minutes.
3 minutes. But what you find is what? People take that, not really the sanding cloth. The sanding cloth can just do wipes and surfaces. But when you take that specific cloth that you get with, that comes in that container,
The
and I can tell you guys,
Yes.
during the height of the pandemic, they were running back and forth, they couldn't get it, they were fighting because what? The sanding cloth and these things was dilly, it isn't working.
Sure, they have to come.
So what is your responsibility now with the treatment card?
Make sure
Is that when they have that glucometer and you use a sanitizer, you have to ensure that you use a sanitizer. And when you use it, like some people, they got 10 finger sticks. They wash it and move to the next person. And they do it. And they do again. But guess what? It is not sanitized. Because it takes 3 minutes for it to kill the microorganisms. So if they just use it, I know that's blood, right? Blood might have accidentally gotten it. So it's kind of around what? Microorganisms. That can be a problem. And then like it said, they think it's good. It's not good. You have to let it wait for that period of time before you use it again. When you think people wait? I don't know. I don't know. Nobody waits. So do finger stick. And that's the problem with infection control. That's going to end up with people having what? HAIs. Healthcare acquired infections. Because persons are not following what? What is supposed to follow? Protocols. Policies.
And procedures.
All right? Very important.
Yes, sir.
What else do you think on the treatment card you have to pay specific interest to? And by the way, we were talking about this red, right? And we talked about the bags and we talked about other stuff. The red bags used to be a lot around, right? And they do where they say you don't have to put clothes with feces in red bag and that sort of stuff anymore. Put in regular plain bags. You don't have to double bag. It's okay. The sharp containers, you know, is red. And they say that you should put the sharp container filled up to 3/4 level. But when you walk around the facility and you look at the outlets, do you see some red outlets?
Yes.
And you ask yourself, what are those outlets for?
Emergency outlets.
Red again, right?
Emergency.
So do you ever ask, why is those your outlets for?
That was emergency, right?
They are for
Emergency.
emergency use.
Yes.
And it should not be utilized on an everyday basis for whatever. But, what type of emergencies are you talking about?
Like, when there's power outage.
Like a power outage.
Yeah.
And if you get a power outage, how long do you think you can wait before you can use those red outlets?
Change it at all.
Not too long.
Not.
I need the energy. But it might not
If
be
you
the
have persons
safest.
in a building
That
who are on
G2.
ventilators
G2.
and power gets cut off,
You plug it
You
in.
That's
gotta
for,
plug it
gotta use
out.
it for them.
Those are the backup generator or something.
right? So what, the time frame is important.
Okay.
So within 3 to 5 seconds,
You gotta plug it in.
the generator is going to come on. When you guys hear it, you guys really see this light flicker like that, and then like 1, 2, boom,
There you go.
I hear the noise. Because the generator automatically will go on once their
Power
power is out. You don't wait and then somebody's going to switch it on. As soon as it senses that there is no direct electricity or direct power, it comes on.
Okay, guys.
So every time you see the light flicker on the black, then before you can say 1, light is going again. But you cannot use the emergency generator like how you use a regular electricity, because remember that's for emergency only. And those red outlets you see along the walls, those are for emergency situations. Understood, guys?
Yes.
I want you to go to put NH in your search, and then to NH dash control substance, control substance box.
Substance.
Control substance box. NH dash control substance box. See what comes up.
Control substance box.
Container.
Control substance.
Now you find it?
That's what came up.
Just read what comes up. Before I look to the image, read what comes up. You know, one word that will make you find faster, navigating, will be what? Storage box. Because that's where you store the controlled substances. So the controlled substance storage box. You guys see it? NH, by the way, is nursing home. Anyone come up with it? All right, if you look up here, look up here. Which one do you guys usually see? For those LPNs, which one do you usually see?
That one, the second one on the left, the second one, second picture on the left, top left.
The one that says $117?
That's the one I usually see. With 2 keys.
It's double up, yeah. This one is not double.
One, they're all double locks.
Yeah.
1, 2. This is the one that you usually gonna see in medication rooms. Right? These two, and you see they have what?
Yes.
Remember we said controlled substances, you gotta have what?
Double lock.
Double lock.
Sleepy.
Now this here,
I'll leave after you.
Yes. This is
remember this is something similar to what's going to be put at the bottom into your card like what she have here. You see what the nurse is going over there? But the card, it is not put on the card, it is
that's
built
the one.
into the card.
That's the popular one.
Okay? And it is usually at the bottom of the card.
To the left, to the right, sorry. Yeah, to the right.
It's at the bottom of the card. And I'm looking here. It's going to be at the bottom of the card. It's going to be looking something like this with a flip up. lip, it's not going to be in that color. Usually you have the color of the card. But again, it's locked. Does it have a double lock in this that? No. It's a single lock.
The one on the card?
Or the one that's in the card have a single lock.
Yeah.
But it's built into the bottom of the card.
It's like
It's a single lock.
it's like a double
But
lock.
then when you close the card, you lock the card and now becomes what?
Double lock.
Double lock.
There you go.
Okay?
No, I don't see it.
Okay. So in a simulated situation, if you are in this room, you'll have a cupboard down to the back with two locks. That cupboard is found there. In
In the nursing office. Medication room.
medication room.
That's what I meant to say, medication room.
Right? The
Yep,
medication room. It's
medication
not
room.
in the nurse's station.
Nope.
Now, behind the nurse's station, you have the medication room. Okay? Any questions about the treatment card, the medication card, and your knowledge of what you need to know? I want you to pay particular attention that in the things that we were talking about, that's linked to other things that's happening within the body. That's linked to your policies, your procedures, your scope of practice. Please do not forget that. Everything that you do is based on what you be doing as a registered nurse, not as a CNA, not as an healthcare. God is able to make decisions and make decisions fast. Because I can safely tell you, if you're going to work in a facility and you are the charge person, what you want to know about that medication, that storage box, the medication room, that is what? Securely locked at all times.
Yes,
The narcotic coverage is gone.
yes.
Because when the inspectors come in, they'll be checking it, right? They walk into the medication room, they check that, and they check that same refrigerator we talk about, right? Remember the
The insulin
what was
refrigerator,
the temperature you said for the medication refrigerator?
36 to 46.
46.
36 to 46.
What? 36 to 46 what?
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
Not Celsius.
Outside Celsius. Guys, we don't really use Celsius.
In Europe, you use
Right.
it.
When you go to certain other
This is
countries, it's all
America.
in Celsius. But here in America,
This is
it's mainly
America.
Fahrenheit.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to give you degrees. Today it's going to be 35 degrees.
Fahrenheit.
The chill factor is going to be 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Right? We use
That's right.
Fahrenheit here in America.
That's right. Yeah.
Don't let me say something.
Some problems, but what about in back of the road? You can have it not work the road, but
On the medication box?
Yeah, that should be good.
You could have a box of gloves. But you could
It's
have
on the side. It's on the side though.
And this side. You can throw it to the side,
Yeah.
right? Or it may have a holder.
Yeah, it does.
That you can put it in there and you want to fill out. But what you're going to have on top of that card is your what? Your hand sanitizer. Because even after you take off the gloves, you have to use your, and between each patient, for every patient you go and touch, you got to use their hand sanitizer. So, Look at this image up here. What do you think about that image?
Can't see it. There's a page, yeah.
What do you think about that image?
It's a pill reminder.
Exactly. That's a home. Whereas more than likely, a patient who has a pill box, where have been set up, or more likely, when you work in home care, and let's say you're working as their what?
Charge nurse.
You ain't got no charge.
Supervisor.
Visiting nurse, right? You want to do what? You know that your patient is having what? Memory problems. But that patient, more than likely, he or she is having a memory problem. They're going to have a HHA. And the HHA, some of them may not be even speaking the same language as the patient. Some of them may not even understand that patient. Like how you'll be talking about patient-centered care. The agency centers, they want to make some money. So they're not going to be into all that stuff. So what do you want to do? You want to put the medication, all the medications at a specific time, and you want to do now what? Educate the HHA about taking the medication and handing it to the patient. And if this was HHA given to the patient, what would be your concern?
In their hands.
Infection control,
It's not supposed to be holding the woman that wants medication. Okay? Because they could have just gone to the bathroom, right? Never washed their hands. And what will happen?
infection. Contamination.
Contaminated their
Contamination.
clothes with whatever they went to the bathroom
Jesus.
for. Now, you see these things like what they're telling you about making lists and all these things, and for those of the people at home, a lot of sites that you go to are usually .com sites. But sometimes when you read stuff, like I actually look up for words because I want to verify and validate. You want to ensure that you get it from the right
Source.
policies, and policies are coming from the right sources. We know about our comment policies. Knowing what media can do to you is, I think, very much emphasized in today's day and age, because you know there's a war going on. And right now, we know it's going to hit us badly, right?
Yes.
Gas prices are going to go up, or food prices are going up, and all that sort of stuff. But one of the biggest concerns is that, for instance, like you want to elect somebody, that person has to put out information that will attract what? People to vote for them, right? Same thing with these sites. People go on sites so they can get information. And a lot of people put things on there that is not right. That's why it's so important to get the right site. But today you might have heard that in Ukraine, where you have all that fighting going on, that the Russian government destroyed telecommunications because the Russian government did not want the Ukrainians to what? Have access to what?
Help.
Media. Or what did those places that you look on, Google, and what you do now, what did Google do? block all activities in Russia. They can't go to Google, they can't go to Facebook, they can't go to nothing. Alright? And that's a source of information. And information can kill people. Information can help people. And right now, guys, look at what's happening there. And you'll see they're destroying all sources of information. The Russians, they're destroying it. And the American government right now, because you guys are getting a lot of things that's been coming up in the mails, that the Russians have been put in there to make you believe certain things. And not just about the electoral process, but even the drugs that you use. The homes that you buy. And a lot of things that you have up there is not real people, it's robots. That's why sometimes, you know, you go to certain places, they tell you, they ask you a question, are you a robot?
Yes.
That's true.
And now they're trying to block a lot of stuff because the Russians have been, they've been bombarding you guys for a long time. So you gotta be very careful with these sites that you're on. Don't take nonsense in. Try always to use your .org and your .gov and your peer reviews.
Let me go first.
That's what's happening around the world now. Be a source of knowledge for you, so you understand why you're going to be paying more to pump, why you're going to be paying more for food,